Hello again, this is Jack back with part 2 of locomotor movements, mostly again for my Eurhythmics students who have worked with me and want to remember some things I've said or taught about physical technique. What kinds of, how to walk, how to run, how to skip, how to gallop, how to trot, then in general how to move primarily from the core. So today though, we're going to do a more practical, very practical lesson on how to skip. Now, there are two kinds of skips. There's a skip for compound meter, which is the one that we all kind of want to do naturally. Children will do it naturally. Ram da dee da bum ba dun dun dee dun dun ta. And to get into this skip, it's probably a good idea to work with swaying, swinging, you know, somehow get a swing or some sort of sway, learning how to sway. And oftentimes, particularly actually more to adults than to children, I have them put space between the feet and try to sway and look the knees. This is really, the knee is the most important part of the sway, and the ankle. Now notice that I keep grounded by my toe. And then then look, the whole foot has landed, but this one is active. It's always the opposite of what you think. So yum, ti. Now if I take my foot off the floor, okay, then I risk, you see what happens here. I risk, but if I keep grounded, it keeps me sort of centered. Now you can, of course, lift off and learn how to balance on this foot. That's not the issue. But at the beginning, primarily, I really just ask the students to stay grounded by keeping the toe in place and allowing it to lift off. You can see how it lifts off, lands, lifts off, lands, lifts off. So this sway. Now also, the arms are really important. If I take the arms away, it gets harder to do because the pendulum works best because of the weight and the momentum it builds. So now, I don't know if you can tell or not, I'm again a little forward. I'm not straight up and down. I'm standing a little forward. So that helps me get a better swing going and my knees working in a better way. I was over-exaggerating. And so then, of course, if you wanted to, you could go through what we call body swings, where in compound meter they work really well, where the entire body is traveling. Now notice that, watch what I do. See here, right here, right here? That's not good. That's sort of like, what happens is this, see, I'm blocked here. Watch now. So this is another great way to get in the top of compound meter. And if you wanted to do 3 swings, you can go up, around, and out. Up, around, and out. And if you wanted to do 4 swings, you go up, cross over, around, and up. Up, cross over, around, and up. So you notice I still have cruises, Anna, cruises, Anna. Then cruises, meta, Anna, well, cruises. Now the meta, circle, Anna, cruises, meta, Anna, cruises, meta, Anna. Now, I want to add yet another beat. Well, where does it go? Well, it doesn't go at beats don't go at the end. Beats actually enter in the center. Cruises and Anna remain constant. So, if I want to add a 4th beat, I'm going to go cruises. Now I'll cross over, then meta here, and Anna. So cruises, cross, and cruises, cross, round, wind out. Cruises, cross, around, and out. Now if we get down, dee-dum, 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 da-dum, da-dum, dee-dum, 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 da-dum, dee-dum, 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 dum. Now, when I skip, guess what? The leg is going to do the exact same thing. Toe pointed, just as if I were marching. Because a skip is nothing more than a walk. Watch. Take a walk. Ready? I go. Dum, dee, dum, dee, dum. I'm just doing this march thing. Now skip. Dum, dee, dum, dee, dum, dee. So by having my foot pointed downward, I land again in the right place. So I want to make sure when I come up, the foot has a sort of lift, relaxed, and then it lands beautifully on the forefront of the foot. Now, there's another unique thing about this skip, is that it travels forward, more horizontally. Watch. I'm going forward. So I never will land on my heel when you skip. No one does. It's just not normal. Landing on the heel is never a good idea. It hurts. Now, the other skip, well, that is binary. In other words, it's like we would da, dee da, dee da, dee bum bum ba dee da da, dee da 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 dee da dee da dum. Where you hear the bum bum ba da da, the division, binary. 1 2 1 2 1 2 or 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 ba ba. Now the other one. Two different sounds, two different techniques. So now this one, it's not natural, and you have to learn it. And it's good to learn it because it's in music all the time. And when you're working, especially with the students, you work with the piano playing, and it's a binary trochaic pattern: long, short, long, short, long. They'll play da dee da dee da dee da dee da, and you no. It's much sharper than and all this stuff. And trust me, they'll still play it in ternary because they haven't had the sensation of it in their body as binary. 1 2 3 4. Now watch the technique. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Here we go. Dum da dum da dum da dum da dum da dum. My knee takes me up. My free foot is coming up, and I use this knee to lift me from the floor. Again, where is the action? The knee. And if I don't have that action in the knee, you get this. Watch. I love this is my favorite one. Da, dee, da, dee, da, dee, da, dee, flat foot. Overworking, expending so much energy. They're worn out. Going one round the floor, they're done. Because they're not using their body in a productive way to travel. They're landing flat, which means now I really have to work at getting up. All my weight is down there. I've given it to the floor. And now I have to respond out of the floor, and it's nearly impossible because for me to come up, I must have the sense of going down to come up. I gotta go down. A rocket ship goes up, but how does it do that? It's forcing, its engines are forcing energy against the earth. It's going down and pulling, going up by pushing down. And so I can't get up if I don't have any place to go, if I'm already like down all the way. So also watch again watch the knees. See, I'm sweeping, and then on that fourth division, I pull that knee up. And the pulling of the knee up takes me up. Now watch my shoulders and watch my arms. Flat. Head. Now, notice I have this little throw. I'm throwing out my leg. That's very important because that is the momentum. So I'm going, and this is coming from here, not from here. So I land on the foot, and I pull it in. I pull my leg in and up. My knee bends, my leg comes in and up. And all of a sudden, it's easy. You could do it for an hour, not get tired. So it's a technique, again, that really must be taken apart. And oftentimes, I have to use a chair. Sometimes I have students group in a circle so that they get the concept of how the leg must swing. And I allow it, I don't think you can see, allow it to do the swing. And I work a little bit like as if they're hitting a soccer ball. So the leg then, there's a knee bend and the leg will take you up. Well then what is a skip? Da-da. Is it da-da, da-da, da-da? No sir, it's not. It's da-dum, dee-da, dee-dum, dee-da, dee-dum, dee-dum, dee-da-dum, dee-dum, 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 da-dum, da-dum, dee-dum. It's Jaques-Dalcroze, 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 Jaques-Dalcroze. It starts with the J of the trochaic pattern. So it's anacrusic trochaic. So the music, therefore, must be ra-dum, be-da, ra-dum, dee-da, as opposed to skipping da-da, dee-da, dee-dum, dee-dum, dee-da, da-dum, dee-dum, dee-da, dee-da, dee-dum, be-da, dee-dum, be-da, dee-da, dee-da. And galloping, it's hard even to play it and still think da, 6/8, da-dum, dee-da, 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 because we want to go ta-dum, 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 dee-dum, 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 really in a dee-dum, 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 ta-dum, da-dum, da-dum, dee-dum, 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 ba-ba-be-bum, Jaques-Dalcroze, Jaques-Dalcroze, Jaques-Dalcroze. Now this is da-dum, and binary, da-dum, da-dum, dee-dum, 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 da-dum. Now, notice the rhythm is between 2 feet. Whereas the trochaic pattern, the skip pattern, is on 1 foot. Dro, Jaques-Dalcroze, Jaques-Dalcroze. But ta-dum, dee-dum, takes 2 feet to do the gallop. Notice so far, up, not down. So when you get tired quickly, you gotta go, wait a minute, what's wrong? This shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't be this tired so soon. I must be forgetting that things are up. Second thing you're probably forgetting is to breathe. Because a lot of people hold their breath as they travel around the room and then gasp, and then gasp. Well, we gotta learn to breathe with these things. That's why, if you notice, I keep singing, and it really helps me maintain my breath. So as I'm doing it, and somebody's playing perhaps, I'm singing along with them, and I'm da-da, dee-da, 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 dee-da. Notice where I take the breath. It's not any old place. I keep da-da, dee-da, dee-da. So I'm and I small, da-da. Because if you try to take big breaths, first of all, you don't have time to do it. And second of the time, you're gonna faint. So it's just a little energy from your breathing. All you need, just a little. Same thing with skipping. Same thing with walking. But mostly important is when we're doing phrasing. And that's really where we want to learn to breathe and think about breathing. And then when we come back to skipping and galloping and walking and running and all these activities, how do we insert the breath in it? It's really hard to teach breathing as your first steps in skipping and galloping, or even walking for that matter, because the breath is yet another layer of consciousness that the student has to develop. So these various levels of what I call levels of consciousness, of where you are aware more and more what your body's actually doing in relation to the music, they take time to build. And you've got to give it some time between these concepts so that they sink in deeply. That's why, again, none of this can be in a short period of time. Doing a workshop yonder and hither isn't going to get it for you. You need everybody who does this needs deliberate developmental training to go through the process themselves and develop one little concept after the other. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.